Quick type. Because a state type quick is very useful for this state type, there is a layout named Default Layout for Quick designed for this state type in Window menu. In this layout, Detail View, Signal View, Impedance View, and Vector View windows are located by default. To describe this state type and to view the outputs, it is better to maximize only Detail View and Signal View windows. In this state type, it is possible to either manually or automatically adjust the voltage and current signal outputs of the device in form of an increasing or decreasing ramp. In this state type, the user can create an increasing or decreasing ramp not only on the amplitude of signals but also on phase and frequency values. In Analog Out tab, in the State Type section, Quick is selected from the slide bar, and in the State Name field, a name is selected for the intended state. Description about a state type Quick is provided in General Direct mode. In this mode, the voltage and current signals are initialized directly. To create an increasing or decreasing ramp on outputs of the device, information of analog output channels and a step values tables should be completed. Analog output channels table. In this table, the start value of signals is entered, which indicates the start point of the ramp. This start value can be entered for all three parameters: amplitude, phase, and frequency of current or voltage. It should be noted that it is possible to use ramp on both voltage and current signals simultaneously. For example, the start values of voltage signals are 10, 15, and 20 volts, and 2, 3, and 4 amps for current signals. Other information related to analog output channels has been described before. Step values table. In this table, the value of a step to increase or decrease signals is entered. In this table, it is possible to enter the step value for all three parameters: amplitude, phase, and frequency. This means that it is possible to increase or decrease all these parameters simultaneously with different or the same amplitudes. At the top of this table, by checking simple mode L1, L2, L3, you will have the same steps for all three voltage or current phases. After checking this option in voltage and current sections, the parameter on which we wish to create a ramp is selected from the slide bar in the Ramp On section. Then the step value is entered in Step Value field. After unchecking Simple Model, in Step Value table, 1, 2, and 3 volts are entered for voltage signals as ramp values, while for current signals, 0.1, 0.2, and 0.3 amps are entered as ramp values. By checking Enable Mouse Wheel option, if the cursor is on a Step Values table, by using the mouse wheel, it is possible to increase or decrease the signal values and the specified steps simultaneously. This can be during or even before running the test. It should be noted that these changes are only possible if the ramp is set on manual mode. Quick Setting section. In this section, by checking Show Time from Final Step, the time from the final step is displayed. One of the uses for this is measuring the trip time of the relay. By checking Clear Test After Start Edit after running the test, if any changes are made to the test, without using the Clear Test option, information and setting can be altered. By checking Enable Mouse Wheel Everywhere option and keeping the cursor on Detail View window, by scrolling the mouse wheel, the signal values increase or decrease along with the specified steps. If the mouse wheel is scrolled up, the ramp increases, while if the mouse wheel is scrolled down, the ramp decreases. This option is used when only the ramp is set on manual mode. By checking Show Only Final Trip option, only the time of the final trip is displayed in Binary Input section. In Timeout field, the injection time of a state is specified, which is by default in set 999 seconds in Quick mode. In Quick mode, the ramp is created either automatically or manually. After running the test, if the manual option is selected, the ramp is created manually, and by clicking on the icon up and down, it is possible to create increasing or decreasing ramp. If during the test Auto option is selected, ramp is created automatically. In Delta T field, the time of each step is specified. By selecting up, the ramp increases automatically, and by selecting down, it increases automatically. In Enable Reset field, it is possible to specify the reset time of signal value in a way that after checking this option during the test, the signal value is reset for the specified period of time, which is determined in Reset Values table. In this state type, it is possible to add information and results of the test to the output report by clicking on Add to Report option. After clicking on this option, by opening the State and Comment of Report page, the settings related to the output report are adjusted. In the title field, a title is entered for the output report, and in Show in Report section, from the quick tree diagram, it is specified that what information are to be included in the output report. In Comment section, it is possible to add an additional comment or explanation for the report. In Custom Image section, you can add an image to the report. In this report, it is the user who determines whether the test was successful or not by clicking on Passed option for success and Failed option for failure of the test. Then the result is included in the report, which can be viewed in the Report View window. By clicking on Edit Delete Report option, the Delete from Report window opens where it is possible to edit or delete the added reports. It is done by selecting the intended report and by clicking on Edit Selected Report to edit the report and then clicking on Passed or Fail. It is also possible to delete a report by clicking on Delete Selected Report. In the row of every report, there are columns like Trip Time, Detail View, and etc., which are added to the report if true is selected as their value, but false is selected. They are removed from the output report. By clicking on Swap at the top of the page, Quick Setting and RAM Termination sections are swapped. This is done according to the user's need to show the RAM Termination section. In RAM Termination section, the conditions for terminating the ramp are specified. The difference between this section and a state termination is that here the signal injection is continued and only a step change of signals is terminated, but in a state termination, after the condition is met, the state is terminated. The termination conditions of ramp are just like the trigger setting, which has been described in previous videos. By selecting Reset Value, it is possible to adjust the reset value for voltage and current signals in Reset Values tables, so if Apply Reset is selected during the test, the values of voltage and current signals change to specified reset values. This feature is useful in tests like minimum voltage to operate circuit breaker. By clicking on Apply 0, the values of voltage and current signals are changed to 0. By clicking on Hold Value, the values of voltage and current signals remain as they are and do not change. The information related to trigger setting has been described in previous videos. By selecting Offset Value, it is possible to give an offset to the signal in the Offset Value table. For example, it is possible to give a value of DC 10 volts to VL1E signal, or even give a value of decaying DC to the initial voltage. It is also possible to add a harmonic offset to the initial signal by changing the frequency. After repeating the test, all changes made along with their time are displayed in Changes section. Disable Relay section has been described in previous videos.